We are back with Terra Nullius, going into part 2 here of our episode today, and Ari has just ruined the amazing encounter I had planned. So, I mean, take a look at the stream here, guys. I literally had... That's also fair. I literally had a... True. I literally had a whole succession of lava maps. Look at how awesome this is, guys. Look at how cool this is. Amazing. I know. It would have been cool. I know, exactly. But this is also pretty cool too. So I think what we do is we don't come back in media res, we don't come back in the exact same spot. We see you guys hiking up around the lava flow, right? The fire elementals make paths for you guys if there's a place you can't progress as the lava starts to flow down, right? They grab big boulders and put them down. And you guys are making your way up the slope. And oops. Oh, thank you for catching that. Apparently, I only unmuted myself, not you guys. So, whew, that could have been bad.
Just Caleb talking to himself for 45.
We've done it before.
It's true.
Minute.
Only once though, and never again.
Yeah.
Oh, I did it once too, though. So.
Yeah, he said the reactions to the map progression appeared very underwhelming. I mean, they kind of already were underwhelming, even with audio. It's all good. Cool. So we see you guys making your way up the slope. The only thing, so I think we if we're in if this was a novel, we would be in Ari's head right now, and she would be wondering, like, the only thing they said was one of the three. One of the three. They just kept repeating it over and over again. Like, I wonder what that's about. And then they just started leading us up the slope. So that, like, you guys are all wondering, like, what was that about? Like, they just started chanting this
one
weird...
of the three?
One of the three. One of the three.
Because that's what the tabaxi said to me.
No, they said three. You have three. One of three tails.
Oh. I mean,
no,
that still sounds from...
That was literally just me pulling random legends out of my hat. Don't take any...
Okay.
Don't take any significance.
I was like, I'm about to write this down.
No, don't. It doesn't matter. But yeah, so, I mean, they start leading you up, and you guys get to what amounts to a Mount Doom-style opening in the volcano, right? This archway, carved archway. And at this point... Atabai and Darius, like, you are about to die. Like, it is so
Can we not get our water?
hot. Even with water, like, it keeps getting hotter and hotter and hotter to the point where it's like unbearable for normal people to stand. You're on the burst of, like, combusting yourself.
Can I, like, use my icy ability on my armor?
What is that icy ability?
It's the elemental weapon.
The one he used on his shield?
No.
I can't just be like...
It's like, it just melts immediately.
You could make an Arcana check. But probably bad things would happen if you failed, so.
Yeah.
Because fiddling with magic is dangerous.
Well, I mean, I just feel like... I feel like I'm... It would be kind of the same effect either way. It's like I'm...
The spell specifically says on a weapon, which I let you to do the shield because it can be used as a weapon. Armor, not so much.
Unless it was spiked armor.
True. If it was spiked armor, but then we'd only be doing it to the spikes, not to the armor.
Yeah, but that's still probably like a proximity. I mean,
it's
I could
not
just do it
enough.
I could do it to my sword and then just like kind of.
No. It's to the point where unless they have some sort of magical protection, Atabai and Darius aren't going to be going any further into the volcano.
Okay.
And the fire elementals like are stopped at the gate, the archway here, and they look back like, are you coming?
Okay, so I feel like I can do this for one person.
Just bring Atabai in.
And I feel like it'd probably be better to do Atabai because he has really good persuasion.
Yeah.
So I'm going to cast Protection from Energy, and I am choosing fire damage. So since now he has resistance to fire damage, he'll be able to stand the heat for a single hour.
As a just a theoretical question, Caleb, about how much damage would I be taking per second? Or per 6 seconds, maybe.
I mean, you would at this point you would go on fire, which means you would take 2d12 damage every round.
Okay.
So what you need to do, Jordan, is just have a big pile of food that you keep on eating. Like
Yes, I know the
Wild.
video you're talking about. Yeah.
So yeah, you cast.
Now,
yeah.
Now, what about Buck? Is he okay since he's in dragon form right now?
No, honestly. Yeah, he only has resistance to or immunity to cold because he's the void dragons are space dragons, right? So he can survive in the void of space because he's immune to the coldness of space, but he's not actually immune to fire. They don't live in stars, so.
Right, Buck will just go back with Darius if we can't figure out a thing for him.
So that would be cool if they did live in stars.
But let's be honest, Buck is a star, so you know.
True, very true.
Yeah, follow Buck's beats on on
I
my
forgot
SoundCloud.
that existed. Did
I
we ever
also
post
forgot about
anything on that?
No, I don't think we
No.
did.
You actually
On his
made it,
SoundCloud.
but
I
follow his
bet
SoundCloud.
I bet Gurno remembers that. Buck, wasn't it Buck's Bad Beats or something like that?
Maybe.
That
Maybe
doesn't
just
sound right.
Buck's Beats. I don't know.
You should check out the latest hit, Squawk Talking.
Cool. Yeah. So I think it's Darius and Buck waiting outside on the slopes of the mountain.
Hey, now you can ride Buck down.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Do you guys go further forward into the volcano though?
Oh man, if I could just like ride Buck and like circle overhead while we're waiting.
Sure.
Can
I
that
mean,
be the
you're
thing?
above
Yeah,
the
why
heat
not?
at that point. Heat
Oh, well,
rises.
Yeah, that actually might be worse.
I mean, you can do
You
like
could do a bigger
large,
circle.
like-
Yeah.
Very wide fly
Yeah.
around.
As long, like, you know, just long, like close and just close enough that Ari can still see us and be like, "Hey."
I mean,
Well, we're
they're
gonna go
be in the
inside.
volcano. They're not going to be able to see
Okay.
you. And also, there's like smoke rising from the volcano at this point. So yeah. Anyway, I think we actually stick with Darius for a second though, while everybody else goes inside. What are you gonna be up to? Because you have some.
While I'm waiting.
I was gonna say you could work on some stuff, right? You have
Yeah.
things.
Honestly, I against my better judgment, I'm kind of wondering if I should like try to pull some magic out of the hat, so to speak.
Uh-huh.
And by hat, I mean hood.
Okay.
But also, I didn't put that as a goal, so
What do you want to do with that specifically? What were you thinking? Just to get a sense of the creatures around.
Well, I was I was thinking of like maybe trying to figure out a way to kind of draw more power out of it, because up to this point, the only two things I've drawn out of it are the fear thing
And the life
and
sense.
the life sense.
Oh, right. You just want to. Oh, and the reaper form, which you haven't been able to replicate since.
Yeah,
then,
I can't really consistently do that. So
I mean, do you want to work on that then? Try to redo the reaper form,
and just kind of redesign it, maybe.
or at the very but like try it again, right? Because you haven't been able to replicate it since. Right. You used the power up of like the weird soul thing that was going on. To do it
Yeah,
last time.
I guess I'm just afraid of it going south. I don't want to do anything that could possibly go really, really south while I'm just up here hanging out with Buck.
Yeah. Fair.
I kind of want to do something that I can try something, but, oh, you know what? Can we? Okay. I'm gonna message you, Caleb, because I'm curious about
Sure.
something.
I mean, is it a secret thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Secret message. Anyway, well, I mean,
Secret
while he's writing that,
message.
you guys go into the volcano. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of, think of like this as like a mix between like obviously Mount Doom, right? So that kind of style of, but it's like a whole fortress underneath the volcano, right? Inside of it. Obviously, the heart of the volcano is probably in the center of this beginning into the fortress, but it's probably the center of whatever this is, this construct. But you walk past corridors. There's lots of stuff going on, and you are met almost immediately by what look like fire snakes, right? So these other things were like very amorphous flame elementals, but they had a crust of lava, that's like hardened, almost just becoming rock lava to kind of give them shape. These things are like, well, I'll just pull out a if you want to make a roll for that, Darius, you can.
What would I roll? Charisma, something?
It would be something like charisma. I'm just trying to think of what it would be.
Performance?
Yeah, it would be performance again, I think. Just a 10. Probably not, yeah.
Yeah, nothing. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
And I don't think it's even significant enough to even mention, right? It happened in the narrative, but I don't think we're not going to mention it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
For secrecy's sake.
Yeah.
Cool. So I was dragging this out, wasn't I? Boom. So looked like they basically look like Yuan Ti, except they are made of fire. Right.
Cool.
And so they roll up to you, and obviously the lava elementals that you were talking to before, or not talking to, but like had attacked you and you dominated one of them. Looks at this Yuan Ti Ignin, as they're called, and basically just says, "One of the three," and the Ignin like kind of cocks its fiery head and then looks at you, Ari. And then its eye slits kind of thing, right? So it's just like this lighter fire that kind of just like widens a little bit. Think of Spider-Man's eyes.
Yeah,
right?
That's what I was thinking.
Exactly. That the way they move is very much like that. And the eyes kind of widen, and then says to you in Ignin, "You bring an artifact of great power here. One of the three."
What are you referring to?
Are you presenting this gift to Zanzatl?
I don't know what to say.
They have been lost. Stolen from this volcano. Forged here.
Oh, I see. This is the story of the okay. Yeah. Okay.
Does anyone happen to remember the fact that
I do.
your fire ring is part of a set of three?
My fire ring is part of a set of three,
Yep.
right?
But I know
The fire mask was one.
And then there was like a fire
ring
chain thing that was supposed to be in Arendira's place. I don't know if it was ever recovered or anything, though.
That doesn't sound familiar.
Well, no, because it was Toity. Toity was tasked to get it. Remember when they went to Arendira's place?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And then that didn't happen.
And then it all fell apart, obviously. But
yeah. So, and we don't have the mask. Chalmer had the mask, didn't he?
It was, what was his name? We cornered him and killed him. That's all I remember. I don't remember his name.
Who?
I know, but then
Kabeel?
Yeah, but that was like forever ago, and then we gave it to the Burning Sanctum as like a gift.
Yep. And then
I think
Chalmer
has it.
Yeah. Well, he had it before he died. By the way, Chalmer's dead, Emily.
What?
He died in the
this
side story.
Life-changing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. What? Whoa.
Okay. All right.
Wait, what's his name? Balam.
Yeah.
We killed him.
You also killed Balam.
Nice
yeah.
For me.
I mean, killed.
Huh?
You're not entirely sure what you did to Balam, actually, but you killed the body that he was wearing, which was the body of a god. So it's significant.
Also, Mira's kind of...
Mira is also in a sword.
Not Mira.
Yeah, I know. You don't even know who that is.
That's Akashi's wife, who I played. Anyways,
so that's what they say.
They ask if I'm bringing it back.
Yep.
I just say, we seek an audience with him. We'll discuss the one of the three after we have greater. How about I just say we have greater things to discuss with your master.
Eyes narrow, and then it says, "What greater things might these be?"
What are they speaking exactly?
Ignan.
The language of fire elementals.
I can understand it. I can't speak it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this might be really difficult because I might be the only one that can speak the language.
I mean, you could try speaking a different language. They might understand UNT.
I imagine, yeah, they could understand Primordial. I mean, these are part UNT.
Also, by the way, just as a note, Atabai and Raya, although you can survive in here, it's very uncomfortable. Like, it's still very hot. Ari's completely fine. Like, it's not even hot at all, really. Pleasant warmth. But yeah.
Yeah, except that if if they somehow get out-attuned my item, I'm literally gonna drop dead.
Exactly.
But that's fine.
You're gonna combust, and in a few rounds become a charred corpse. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Okay. I just
that's
say
an excuse for not giving it.
I just say that's not for your ears.
I do not have ears.
It's a figure of speech. Anyways, we needed to talk to him.
I am a figure of flame, not a figure of speech.
Of course. Please let us go talk to him. We have clearly proven that we are worthy, so...
Oh, really, Gurno? Okay, Gurno is saying, yeah, the player's handbook says that if you know Primordial, you know all four, so definitely should be able to do some working of it. I think in this setting, it's definitely going to be more along the lines of a language family, family of languages. But yeah, you'll at least be able to... You can probably still communicate with them, Atabai. But if they don't actually speak the Primordial specifically, it will be a little bit difficult, so...
Atsubai's probably just at this point getting used to the heat.
Yeah. So you basically are just like, we need to go see him and talk to him.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, they're not gonna. And you have to put dice behind that. Otherwise, it's gonna be like, no proof. Like if you just said yes, you'll have to lie, obviously. But if you said yes, we're giving this to him, then they'll immediately take you to him. But
I mean, I'd have to roll a deception check, and I'm no better at that than a persuasion check. Yeah. And Ari don't lie, so.
I, on the other hand, am very good at it.
Yeah.
And yeah, so Ataba, you haven't tried seeing if they speak a different language, so.
I was about to say, like, can we assist by being like, we have important matters to discuss with him? I don't know how much detail they'd want, or if they understand me if I'm speaking Primordial.
I would.
Do you say that?
Yeah.
What do you say specifically again?
Like, we have important matters to discuss with him.
Yeah, and it seems like it understands you and turns to you and then says, I need to know the specifics. Not just anyone can visit Zanzatl, the world igniter, and expect to live.
Atabai might chime up at this point and says,
Excellent.
Wait, so what all did Tapioca tell us to say about his brother?
Basically, yeah, Zanzatl was like the wrath guy, right? So he wants...
I heard your siblings saying that you're not strong enough to defeat Maziel.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was getting.
I don't know if I believe them or not. Like, are you strong enough to beat Maziel?
Yeah. So here's what I'd say to them. I'd say, I don't think your master would be very happy with you if he found out that you were withholding one of the 3 items from him.
Yeah.
It seems to be like, no, and then says, you have ignored my questions about the artifact. I am under no pretense to expect that you will give it to him. You seem to be disinterested in it entirely.
And then I'm just like, help.
Help. Yeah.
I had something I was going to say, but then you changed the subject.
Ari just specifically is just like, can you help?
You know I'm not good at talking.
Yeah.
So no, wait. So we were told like feed into his anger, feed into his combat.
Basically, he's about anger, violence, and like
We have an opportunity for him to gain lots of power that we'd like to discuss.
Yeah.
Oh, so is it okay? So I was trying to make sure I got all the things working in my head. But I think yeah.
We'd like to talk to him about a power opportunity timeshare. He'd sit down and listen to our 20-minute conversation.
Have you heard of our Lord and Savior violence?
Let's see. I'm trying to think of a way to word it to tap into the idea of anger and jealousy. Because like jealousy is kind of like along those lines too.
I mean, yeah, he's not the god of envy exactly. It's mainly just like it's all about the violence for him, right? It's all as far as Tapiaxi has told you. It's about competition,
so
combat, violence,
he likes
destruction. He
competition
likes to
and he
destroy
likes-
things.
He likes create.
He likes to be
create
better than
destruction.
things in a violent fashion.
Okay.
Would you like to be better than the destroyer of the
Devourer of worlds.
consumer of? There we go, devourer.
Well, I was thinking something along the lines of, look, his brother's about to destroy everything.
Or Feaster of Worlds, sorry.
Feaster.
The Devourers are the weird crab eldritch things. That's a different thing.
So I think Tep and Atabai would say something along the lines like, look, his brother is about to feast on the entire world. And it's important we talk to whatever, I forget his name off the top of my head, and before
Zanzatl.
we've talked to Zanzatl before there's, what's a way to word it that would make him, before he has nothing left of his own. It's kind of like before he's gonna take it all away from you. Before his brother takes everything away from him.
I mean, yeah, he doesn't.
It's close.
Zanzatl, you also know from Tapiaxi, Zanzatl doesn't really care about stuff.
No, I think it's really
He
like
doesn't? Okay.
what it's about, right? Is like you need to say something like, we've come to
I'm trying to think of it.
like tell him that his brother has risen to power enough to finally challenge him.
Mhm.
Something like that.
Which is honestly true.
Yeah, I like that.
It's very true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is
Yeah,
currently the most powerful
I'll
seventh
say
server.
something along.
Okay, make a persuasion check.
I'll say something along those lines. Persuasion?
Yep.
Oh no, only a 32.
Oh, thoroughly a 32. Not even a crit. Wow. That's ridiculous.
Not
I
even
don't
a
think it
crit,
worked. Sorry,
no.
guys. Something else.
What if I had said that? Wow.
Honestly, at this point, I
I'd
sometimes
be like-
expect that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So, yeah, you say this and eyes narrow for a second and then kind of becomes a little bit more hot just as it it's like the heat pulses in its being for a second, and then it says, come this way, and then kind of slithers like it's trailing sparks behind it, kind of down this like obsidian corridor or volcanic rock corridor. So you follow?
Yep.
Cool. So you were led past what is more or less prison cells, and it seems like prison cells for fire elementals. So for one reason or another, they're being kept in here. You're not. It looks like metal to you, like the bars do. But there's obviously something bigger or magical or whatever going on to keep them inside. And I think you're walking down, and it's literally just like a bunch of like dour fire elementals. Like that's kind of what it looks like. So it's the classic prison scene, like you're walking through a jail, and all these people downtrodden, broken, but it's literally fire elementals. Some of them look like maybe the Yuan-Ti Ignan variety things. But as you pass by, you actually one of them is like, we see this scene where you guys are just walking down and you maybe just don't even notice this at all. But we see one of them perk up, and it seems like feminine in figure. And and just pure fire though, right? And it just like flares over to the bars and then sticks its head out and then just says, like, calls after you in like a feminine voice that sounds like the blaze of a fire. Raya Olifemi.
I like look over.
I mean, you don't remember knowing a fire elemental, but it says, "Do you not recognize me?"
No. Like, is there like a perception check or
I don't
something?
think
Like,
so.
it's just fire.
Yeah, I don't think you ever met her. You probably remember who she is after a little bit here, but at the immediate, she just gets angry with you. Or like she suddenly just gets angry. She's like, "What do you mean you don't remember me? You tore everything down from the people I swore to protect, and you cannot remember me?"
Wait, does she recognize all of us?
Not me.
I mean, she probably does seem to glare at you too, Ari, and then just says, "Ari Armani, why do you wear that? After what you did, you do not deserve to hold the moniker of fire.
I mean, is
The
this
flames
like
have
what the
abandoned
sister,
you."
like the sister turned into that we were supposed to like help get
No.
into power or something?
No, the voice doesn't sound that familiar.
Doesn't sound like it's a Kali or.
No, it's not Idakali. It's not Nahuatl.
She's like really dead.
It's not the other sister, who I can't remember the name of.
The sick one.
Yeah, I don't. She was something E, probably as well, but I don't remember.
I don't think anyone really met her except for Toy.
I literally just I think Toity. Yeah. Did you know? What do you say if you're just like? Because I think you are like just pretty much like, I have no idea who you are.
I mean, yeah, unless I could make a check, but are you saying that it's...
Make a history check, I guess.
No.
Yeah, so 11, no. Raya, I don't know, you can make a history check too if you want. 15, no.
15.
Yeah. So you literally do not know who this person is.
I'm sorry
And then she seems to
that
just deflate.
I did that to your people. And we're here right now to try and do what we can to save the world as a whole.
She just is like still kind of coldly burning against you. And I think she finally just says, and then she just doesn't say anything. And then she just like deflates back into the prison cell.
I mean, Ari's just like...
That's I kind of look at Ari and I'm like, do you remember her? Who is that?
I'm just like, who are you?
My name is Atoshia. I was the protector of the burning sanctum.
Oh.
And I don't think I honestly don't think you ever met her. I think it maybe was talked about at one point that there was like a really powerful fire elemental thing that was like helping protect the burning sanctum. There was a reason why the burning sanctum wasn't found by the Yuan Ti.
Oh, did I imprisoned her friend, right?
Yeah, you did.
Wait, what?
Sorry. Because would we have like we fought fire elementals at the burning sanctum? That's how I got one trapped in my ring.
Yeah. Those are probably her like children in one sense. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, I mean,
so she just said, yeah, she
just
says,
imagine
I
her running around frantically with like posters made of rocks and like little flamey sketches, and it's like, have you seen this boy? Have you seen this flame shape? Have you seen this spot? Have you seen this flame? Have you seen this flame?
And so I think she says like, I protect the burning sanctum, and then she says, you were responsible for its destruction. You and the halfling that traveled with you.
No, that was Chalmer. We had nothing to do with that. You know very darn well that Chalmer was going to betray you no matter what. Regardless if we were there or not.
He would not have had the spine to do so. without the help of your companion.
Yeah, well, he's dead, so. And honestly, we're glad for it.
Hey!
Or at least I am. Ari didn't care.
Yeah, Etosha just like is frowning in whatever fire elemental way she can.
Zaman will be looking for you.
Her eyes flare to life again. She says, "You know where Zaman is?"
Yeah, he's looking for surviving members right now.
What a pity that he had not found me instead of you. Or that you found me instead of him.
Yeah, it is a pity because I don't know if I can do anything for you.
If you do nothing, I will be devoured. Just like the rest of the sanctum. And she's not implying that like they're all here and slowly being eaten by him. She's basically just saying like, I'm here and I'm going to be killed. Because Zanzatl's going to eat me. That's literally what I'm here for.
Right. No, I got you.
Yeah, and then I think she just says, some heroes you turned out to be.
Not really heroes to begin with.
And yet you want to save the world.
We don't want to. We have to.
It doesn't matter if you destroy the world in the process, does it? And everyone who lives here, as long as you're still around to tell the tale.
Look, it's either destroy everyone else around us and we survive and maybe a couple other people, or everything just ends. So, I don't know. I feel like maybe a few people surviving is a better outcome than no one.
And I think she just responds with, I am not a vindictive creature by nature, but I can learn. And she just is glaring at you from the back of the cell.
And I just kind of go like, I mean, if we all survive all of this, I guess you can come after us, but that also means that we succeeded in saving the world. So just kind of shrug.
Yeah, and I think the UNT fire thing turns to you and says, are we quite done here?
Yeah, I think we're done.
Yeah. So you guys.
Atabai turns to Raya and says, old flame of yours.
Raya punches Atabai.
That's amazing.
And drop kicks him like into a cell with a flaming person so he catches on fire again. And he becomes a naked cat.
I've just been waiting for the opportunity to say that.
That was really good.
You have to give him credit for that one. That one was really smart.
It was.
That one was
I
good.
really don't have to, though, is the thing.
Cool. Yes, you guys get led to basically what amounts to the heart of Mount Doom, right? That's what you're in right now. There is the volcano below you. You're starting to walk out onto a platform. And you see what amounts to a very, very old and decrepit anvil kind of sitting in the middle of this like kind of circle of rock that is at the center of the volcano. And there's nothing else around. The UNT is just like leading you out into there. And at this point, Raya and Atabai, you are like, you're about on to be on the verge. You honestly might not be able to go any further. Like,
I'm like, please don't leave me. I can't do this by myself.
I'm just kind of like,
this is not going to go well if it's just me.
I'm like, look, we all know that this is not what we would choose to happen. But I don't know if I can go any further.
I can talk from here, can't I?
Look,
no, not really.
I think this.
Caleb, did you do this on purpose?
I mean, I didn't plan it, but I am doing it on purpose.
I mean, okay, so I think it'll be all right because clearly we have two hotheads about to go into this room and talk about this to get like, yeah. You got the hothead Ari and the hothead, you know.
Oh, well, I already know what he's going to ask for, and it's just not going to be good.
Essentially asking for your life at this point.
He's going to ask for my ring. I already know it.
Which is your life at this point. If you take off the ring, you die.
I mean, you could, in theory, go back to the beginning, give them the ring, and then leave.
Right. I don't think he would be like, give it to me right now.
You have to give it to me right now and face the flame. Yeah.
Right, because obviously I wouldn't do that. I'd be like, bring it, dude. Like, you can't touch me. Like, if all you got is fire, literally, I'd be fine. Like, you literally can't touch me.
So this is very sad that I don't have this prepared. Oh, well.
What prepared?
Control weather.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are definitely other spells that, like, you could have had to, like...
But...
Yeah.
That's not one that I would ever think to prepare as my 8th level spell.
Yep.
That I would use an 8th level spell to control the weather. But I could make it, nice and snowing and breezy, so at least it was, like, bearable with only resistance to go further in.
I know you're only doing this right now, Caleb, because you're so mad that I messed up your encounter. Okay?
That is not what I'm doing.
It's okay. We've known you for long enough that it's fine to admit the truth.
You can admit that you're being petty. It's fine.
Nope.
Guys.
I'm just like, Raya, don't make me do... I'm like, Raya, like...
I'm just like... I'll go as far as I can.
And you
take like one more step and you're like, nope.
I'm like, this is where the road ends for me.
Like, I think Atabai, one of your hairs, like, just starts on fire. Just like, take a step back.
Okay. All right. So
Ari, like, him to come out here.
Ari, like, takes a deep breath. Yeah, like, that's gonna go well. Like, the one of the 7 serpents is just gonna be like, yeah, okay, I'll just walk around the corner, no big deal.
He turns to her eyes like, I'm sorry you had to waste a spell on me.
I'm like, here, I mean, look, I'll try this to see. And I look up to the people escorting us and I go, is there anywhere slightly less on fire that we could have this meeting?
And it looks at you and basically just says, like, with a kind of like disgusted expression, and just says,
as I'm like laying on the ground, like sweating, like
yeah, and it basically just,
it can still be slightly on fire, just not this much.
No, yeah, it says, those who cannot face the wrath of the volcano will never be able to face the wrath of Zanzatl.
Oh, so it's the kitchen. He wants to have the conversation in the kitchen. And we can't handle the heat, so we got to get out.
I just kind of go like, okay, Ari, I tried. I asked.
Good luck.
You got this. You got this, buddy. Slap, slap.
If you can't, no, it's slap, slap.
Right.
I don't think I can even like cast anything good on you to like take with you as you're going in, or else
cast guidance on me or something. I don't know. Like,
no, all of this stuff is concentrated. Teppan will start dying if I cast it on you.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, right, because you have
because all of that stuff is concentration. So I could.
No.
Okay, what could I cast for you? Anything.
The most I could cast is disguise self.
I could cast tongues on you. Oh, here we go. Just in case, what I can give you, I'll cast Death Ward on you.
Oh, thanks. Okay. I guess that's helpful, but I mean, if most of his stuff is fire, I think I'll be fine.
Or do you want Death Ward, or would you like freedom of movement?
I don't know. Maybe Death Ward. Honestly, here's what I'd really do, to be honest. I'd rather you cast Death Ward on yourself, just in case this goes bad and we need to get out.
Look, we both have Death Ward. Boom.
Okay, thanks.
Everybody gets a Death Ward.
Look under your chair. You get a Death Ward.
You get a Death Ward, and you get a Death Ward.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I've done what I can do.
That would have
Sorry.
been a good time for me to be a bard.
Yeah. Get some inspiration.
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
real quick,
Okay.
I'm setting up a quick map here.
Because here's the thing, I already know that I unless I roll like a natural 20, I'm not gonna persuade him of anything, right? Like that's just not gonna happen. I think the only way I can do this is through some other skill. Like if I like maybe like
Give him your ring.
no, I'm not giving him my ring. That's the one thing I have that Miggy gave me. I'm not giving up that ring.
Look,
That's
all
true.
I'm
Wow, I
saying,
forgot about that.
all I'm saying is that as our DM, Caleb would not make this encounter impossible for you to figure out because that would not be interesting.
True.
No, I understand
Looking at
that.
Caleb, right?
No, I know Caleb doesn't make anything impossible for us for the most part, unless it's just like totally unreasonable. But it's just like I
Wait. No, I probably wouldn't do this, but I'm like, as my moon boon, could I be immune to fire instead of just resistant to it?
Yeah.
But I feel like
Raya,
more useful things to do with my moon boon.
Raya, if
I
you
feel
want to,
like-
I will give you 2 types of damage to be immune to.
I feel like that would. I feel like that.
How
could
about
end up being very
painful damage and fire damage?
hold on, wait, is this a dragon?
No. It will look like it, but it's not a dragon.
Dang it. Okay. Because I was gonna say
Wait,
I have
what?
that matters because I technically have advantage on
Yeah,
things
not a
against
dragon,
dragons.
unfortunately.
From what I remember, what kind of, like, or my knowledge, what kind of damage would Maziel be doing?
Let me check myself, and then I'll see if you would.
chomping damage.
No, I mean at the very I mean obviously that. Make a insight check because you know stuff about him, but this would be a like
Yeah.
kind of like trying to infer some things.
Insight check.
Yep.
29?
Wow, yeah, 29. Necrotic and cold.
Okay.
So that's 2.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna moon boon this up.
Okay. So I mean, this is probably the moment where Raya hasn't chosen it yet, and then she gets to this point, and she's
Yeah.
like, "I can't let Ari go alone," and so you like look up to the sky, and you're like, "Help
Boon, I know you're up there.
somewhere beyond the
Boon,
smoke."
boon unto me. Immunity to fire and to necrotic.
Yeah, that'll come in handy. And then you
Oh, I suddenly feel so much better.
Exactly, yeah.
Ari,
Hopefully,
I can take at least 10 more steps now.
So I think what I'd do then at that point, honestly, is I'd say, Autobuy, get out of here. Like, go. Like,
please. Okay, thank you.
because if she breaks concentration, if we get into a fight, you're
Yeah.
dead.
You're dead.
Wait, here, quick question.
Mhm.
What's the range on this spell, or does it just last?
It's just last.
I think it just lasts.
It just lasts for an hour
Okay.
as long as
I'm
I'm
just-
concentrated.
I'm gonna book it out of there as quick as I can.
Yeah, which is pretty quick. So, cool.
60 feet per turn.
Yep. So,
Also, real quick, I think I found a way to fix my issue with Thing, but I have to drop out of the Zoom call real quick. I'm literally just going to drop out, change the settings. The thing I'm finding online does say the sample rate can help. So I'm just literally going to drop out, change settings, come back in.
Yep.
So I'll be right back.
Okay, all right. I feel a little bit better now that Raya's here.
yeah. So the Ignan points forward, like, all right.
Okay. All right, let's go, Raya.
Okay. I kind of like start to reach down and like present a united front by like linking arms or something, and then I'm like, no, that's not what we do. That's weird. Why am I doing this? And
It's like you go for it and then you're like, no. Okay.
yeah, I'm like, that's not, no, never mind. Pretend you never saw any of that.
Do I sound better now?
Worse.
Worse.
It's fine. Just don't worry about it. We'll finagle with it later. So yeah, do you go forward?
Yep. Okay, here we go. Oh.
And then basically, like, you get to this point, and obviously there's like a forge here, but there's like a lava moat or whatever. Honestly, this isn't a moat. This is like 100 feet, or not 100, like several hundred feet down into the lava, right?
And then, do we want to just pick up the encounter next week?
I think maybe, yeah. I think that's probably a good plan, right? Like the last thing we see is Zanzatl curling up around the pillar that is like this central circle and appearing to you guys, and this is what he looks like. It's actually probably easier just to see it on the map, actually.
I was to say, yeah, it's bigger on the map than it is in the preview.
Yep. So giant like flame snake thing, and it curls up like twists around the pillar, this like circular pillar thing, and then puts its head out in front of you, and then basically just says, "Can you face the wrath of Zanzatl, the world igniter?"
Step into the ring, brother. Also, guys, I figured it out. I know exactly what you need to do. You're both immune to fire damage now, right? You just need to rub his belly.
He just needs love, and no one can get close to him because he's made of fire.
Yeah,
Just slowly walk up to him and give him a hug and see if that works.
The power of friendship.
I think it's a belly rub. I really think it's just like, who's a good boy? Who's a good fire boy?
And if
Yeah,
he had
I'm
legs, they'd be twitching. Yeah.
I'm gonna give like a whole Taya speech where I'm gonna go, friendship is the best thing ever.
I mean, Caleb, in my goals, it says gather allies, and in parentheses, the more friends, the better.
There you go. Cool. Yeah, and this will give me time to like figure out like what his exact motivations are going to be in this encounter, and specifically what he's going to ask for, or what might happen in the meantime. Yeah, I think this is a good place to leave off. Cool. Yeah, I mean, it seems like from whoop, that's not the right overlay. It seems like from the way that no, I just messed up the overlay. Seems like from the way these have been going, this will probably be 2 more sessions, right? Like 3 sessions per 7 serpent. And that seems to be the pattern, and I think that will hold. Because it's like 2 sessions. Well, I guess the first session was kind of like a prologue to the season. It didn't really count. But then we had 3 sessions with Tapiaxi. And then I think we'll have probably, another session here where we talk to him. And then whatever the aftermath of that is, probably in a similar sort of way we did with Tapiaxi, have another session. Cool. Yeah, we'll work our way through the 7 serpents, and we're very quickly approaching the end of this campaign, and I'm excited about it. I just have to
quickly.
My goal right now is I need to I don't even know if this is possible at this point. There's so much Terra Nullius. I don't think I can listen back to all of it. There's so much. But I need to listen back to some of it because I need to remember any plot points that that are loose ends at this point, because I need to start making sure that we tie up anything that has been referenced. And I already have a lot of notes on that, but I want to make sure I don't miss anything. So cool. All right, let's do goals and get out of here.
Cool. Dang it. I was gonna try to work towards a goal in an inspiration flashback, but that's okay. It's all right.
Yeah.
Do that later.
I feel like people worked on a few of their goals though today.
I only worked on one.
Atabai?
I did get another group of Tabaxi to join.
Mm-hmm.
Still, obviously, there's more to do. And did not work on getting Teppan out of my ring. But I did also work on getting a 7 Serpent on our side. Sort of. I helped us get into this area.
Yeah.
With a 32 persuasion. Oops.
Yep. So a minor completion and a working on, or 2 workings on because of the party goal. But so for you, that is your level 15. Yeah.
Yep. I think I'm about to level up too.
You are getting 5,600 XP.
Noise.
Cool. Raya.
Yo, kill Mazio. Working on that.
Mm-hmm.
Gather allies.
Working on that.
Working on that. Protect the party. Minor completion.
Yep. True that. And you're 16, yeah?
Yeah, see if you just have boring old goals that you pretty much are going to do with the storyline. It ain't much, but it's honest work.
8,000 XP for you.
8,000?
Mm-hmm. And then Ari Armani.
I worked on Protect Those I Love.
Yep.
I did not figure out how to transform into a dragon by learning more about the god I touched.
True.
Find a way to be with Mickey. That encounter with Atubai is like possibly an avenue I have with that, but I didn't make a roll.
There wasn't a roll.
Though.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I don't think I can give it to you.
I don't think so.
But...
Yeah.
Okay, so just 2 working ons. And you're 16 as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, 3,200. Darius Death now.
So I failed the ones that I tried to work on. So...
But you worked on them.
Okay.
Because you rolled, yeah.
All right. So discover how to jump between shackles.
Worked on it. Didn't work on the temperance one.
Didn't work on the temperance one,
but you did work on your secret goal.
Secret one.
Yep. Cool. And you are 15.
I'm happy to be here, guys.
I was waiting for someone to make that joke because of the way I was saying it. So you get 4,200.
Oh, I'm only like 5,000 away from 17th level.
Nice.
I'm
I might
just a
hit
little
17 next time.
I'm just a little above over 1,000 away from 16th level. So feel lucky. You're higher than me still.
That's all I'm saying is you just gotta push on with honest work and then have a goal that you worked on for 12 sessions happen when it wasn't set as your goal to really skyrocket you forward.
What would be really interesting is to go through, just like cut straight to the end of every episode and like calculate every player's experience and see if it actually lines up to where they should be.
What do you mean?
I feel like
see if people have been lying about their experience,
or if people just calculated wrong.
Oh yeah.
I usually use a calculator, so.
I mean, just like just now, for example, I'm like, okay, 4 plus 5 equals 9, and 6 plus 2 equals 8. So
that checks out.
it does, but sometimes I might be like 2 plus 1 equals 2.
Yeah, that is not correct.
You gotta add some more stuff to the equation for that to equal out.
True. Yeah, Grunow is saying in chat, as a basic guide, if you work 8 hours a day on a mindless job listening at fast speed, it takes roughly 2 months. That is with a Christmas break, though. Yeah, it's going to take me way longer than 2 months because I don't work a job where I can listen to podcasts anymore. Well, I guess my entire job is listening to podcasts. I just don't get to choose which podcasts I listen to. Mm-hmm. All right, cool. That's been Terra Nullius. Thanks for playing, guys. It was a lot of fun. Good to be back. And we'll be back next time with another episode.
Not next week.
Yeah, next
with
week.
Terra Nullius,
but
right?
I don't think so. Yeah. But next time, whenever we play next with Terra Nullius.